All new tonight at 6, we sit down with former Buffalo mayoral candidate India Walton 1 month after that contentious mayoral race. The race results became certified on November 24th, showing incumbent and write-in candidate Byron Brown beating Walton with more than 59% of the votes in the general election, while India Walton received 40%. Our Fevin Casahoon sat down with Walton and shares that conversation tonight as Walton reflects on her campaign and what's next in her political career.
So what have you learned from this experience?
Oh my goodness. I learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was.
As she reflects on her nearly year-long campaign, India Walton recalls some of the highlights and moments of joy from her record-setting race for mayor of New York's second largest city.
Winning that primary, being the underdog, being the startup, being the insurgent, with an all-volunteer team was remarkable.
In June, Walton stunned Buffalo and made national headlines by defeating four-term incumbent Byron Brown in the Democratic primary. With Brown on no other party lines, Walton, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, appeared to be Buffalo's next mayor. That was until Byron Brown held a write-in campaign and eventually took back his seat.
When I won the primary, I fully expected the mayor to call me, to concede, and to kind of have like a slow coast through the general election and have him mentor me and set me up for success. I honestly didn't think that there was gonna be this write-in campaign, and even then I thought it was a long shot. So, you know, we ran really hard up and through the general election, and you know, like I said, I witnessed the ballot counting for myself. And people did right. They wrote in Byron Brown. And so I respect the will of the voters.
The results, 59.6% to 40%. Not enough to win, but enough to shake things up in the city to start a new conversation.
To have successfully unseated a 16-year incumbent in the primary election and to go on to bring Buffalo into a national conversation about progressive politics and what is possible with true grassroots organizing, I'm proud of what we've done.
Do you think you'll run for mayor again in the next 4 years?
I haven't fully decided yet. I think there's definitely a role for me in Buffalo, whether that be in the office of mayor or just doing something else that is going to improve the life of Buffalonians.
Walton recalls experiencing a lot of wounds on the campaign.
We tried to stay positive, and I only exercised my right to run for political office because I'm a Democrat and I'm an American and this is the democracy. So some of the nastiness and the name calling, there's definitely some restoration that is ultimately going to have to happen. I don't want people to be enemies in my city because of the way they feel about me or the way they feel about Byron Brown.
Moving forward, she says she wants her supporters to know her work in the community is far from over.
Make sure that we are educating members of our community because 25,000 people do want affordable housing, want more affordable housing. They do want more equity and better jobs and more opportunities for economic growth.
And it should not go unnoticed that the Buffalo native gained heavy support from people within and outside of Buffalo, including notable politicians like AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren.
Chuck Schumer, Kirsten Gillibrand endorsed.
And more recently, former President Barack Obama.
So my 12-year-old nonchalantly hands me an envelope, and it's an 8x11 envelope. And I'm looking inside and I don't see anything, but it's a little card and it's a handwritten note, and on the top it says Barack Obama, and it just says thank you for running. It says not to be discouraged and to continue the good work. Yeah, to know that a person that is as influential as President Obama noticed what we were doing right here in Buffalo means a lot. It means that I didn't do anything wrong. It means that, you know, I did something right.
In Buffalo, Fevin Casahoon, 7 Eyewitness News.